Yo, what's up, guys? G-Watt again here. I'm going on a rampage today. I'm uploading videos of all my old rare Starion shit. So today we have ECI checker unit. Actually, we have two ECI checker units. They're both identical. Both of these were, again, eBay scores. Basically, these were used at the dealerships back in the 80s, early 90s, I guess, if you brought in your car and you had a problem with it. This is what was provided to the dealerships for them to diagnose it. I'm not certain if only the Chrysler dealerships got them. That wouldn't really make any sense, but I've heard them referenced a lot more with the Chrysler Conquest version. I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure they were at both dealerships, but anyway, these are the ones I got on eBay. MD998451 is the part number of the checker itself. And if you have an 87 to 89 car, you're going to need this harness, which is the 998452 harness. That's the one referenced in the factory service manual for 88. It says grab the 452 harness to diagnose most of the things. I'm not sure if these other harnesses are used for other year Starions or checking other things, but I haven't looked much into it, and I haven't used these yet, but I'm pretty sure the 452 covers most of the 87 plus crap. So anyway, this is the manual for it. It says that it's for 84 through 86. I'm guessing that's because this was printed probably in 86 before they made the 87 cars. So the manual only covers up to 86, but if you get the 88 factory service manual, it will say in there that you need to get the 452 harness and plug it in and, check it. So basically what you do is say you plug the harness in. By the way, this gets powered from the harness. There's no power plug on this. It doesn't plug into a wall. And they did that on purpose so that you could actually take this unit with you on a test drive plugged into the car computer. So I'm pretty sure how it works. Again, I haven't used this yet, but I'm pretty sure how it works is you got all these plugs back here, and these come out of the back of the unit like this. So I'm pretty sure what you do is you take the 452 harness, for example, and you plug it in all the right way. And then what it does is it goes, the ECU, this basically sits in between, the harness sits in between the ECU and this unit. So the ECU still transmits the signal to the engine and everything else, but this unit, I think, just sits in between them and, interrupts the signal and displays the signal on this antique looking voltmeter right there. So you can actually use this while you're driving down the road and read all your settings and whatnot. And so basically what you do is, for example, if you want to check like the injector pulse for number 2, you set it to B. So you go B while it's plugged in, and then injector pulse 2, oh, that's number 7. So you go to number 7, and it'll give you a reading, and then you just match that up with what it should be, 12 volts, 14 volts, whatever. And the A is all the other things. You can test the ISC motor, air intake temp, coolant temp, sensor, TPS, everything. Every sensor, every solenoid in the car essentially is covered here. Oh, there it's referencing the 452 harness. So they must have used that on other years for something else. But the 88 FSM page that I saw definitely referenced the 452 to be plugged in. So basically, you go setting 3 says the TPS, and it'll read you, and you verify that's correct. And then you go to 4, maybe that's the coolant temp, and that'll give you another reading, and you write that down. And then you go 5, and then 6, and 7. So it's a lot quicker than probing each place with a multimeter which would take a long time, a lot of effort, a lot of, taking apart harnesses or splicing in wires. This just basically sits right after the ECU and just monitors everything coming back in and everything going out, and just makes all your required connections, and you can make your observations there and go through with the booklet and check it. And so that's basically how that works in a very dumb, poor, terrible explanation. From what I've read, that's how I interpret it. So there they are, ECI checker MD998451. I got this one on eBay. It was $60 shipped with no harnesses. And I got this one on eBay with all the harnesses, still having the labels, for $140 shipped. And both of them came with the manual. So the manual came with that and all the harnesses for $140 shipped. And this one came with the manual and no extra harnesses for $60 shipped. So not a bad deal. I mean, I honestly am going to use it. I'm going to actually put these to use. They're not just going to be display items. Although one will sit on my desk for display along with my other parts, which is kind of a mess now, but that's it. So ECI checker, vintage electronic, basically a fancy multimeter with different channels. That's it. Peace.